Hello, folks. This has gone Spy. The Spy will come back to you live for Star Wars Knights for Republic. Sorry it took so long. I had to deal with complications that I had to deal with. So now we're coming back to you live when we just deliver the tech lines as promised to Griff, and he returned in favor soon enough. But all we need to do is just wait for a couple of hour, minute or so, and then we should be good to go. And hopefully this time around he'll turn to over a new leaf, and hopefully things will work out for him. Right now, me and Kender's mission are currently heading to the docking bay to the Emmett Hog. Alright, let's head back inside. Alright, visor off.
Yeah, what do you want? Your choice.
Nothing right now,
I'm here if you
Kenders.
want something done right.
Johnny,
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Nothing right now, perhaps later.
Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Got something on your mind?
You never did actually say anything why you decided to come with me.
No, I never did I?
Are you always going to be this inclusive, or you're just going to answer why you're really here?
Elusive? Me elusive? Obviously, you've never tried to grab a Twi'lek dancing girl after drinking too much Onderan Willick juice. At any rate, I already told you why I wanted to leave. I'd seen everything I wanted to on Kashyyyk. Time to go. Time to move on.
Move on to where? You look pretty happy from where I'm standing and when we met.
To bed. I'm old and tired, you know.
No, seriously, Jolie, tell me the real reason.
How many kilometer-high trees can you find an interest in before you figure you've had enough? I bet you can't be bothered to stay in one room for more than 15 minutes. Then there's all the critters and the Shadowlands. I'm just happy to be back in space, doing something new. Is that too much to ask?
You could have... Well, you could have done that on your own.
So I could. Not having a ship does tend to put a damper on that kind of idea, however. I'll admit, for all its flaws, Kashyyyk was home enough. But when you came along and I saw the destiny you had before you...
Yeah,
I
that's
couldn't
something
help but
that
be
I'm
intrigued.
bothered of late. What exactly do you know about my destiny exactly, Jolie?
Of course not. Weren't you listening last time? I can see that you have a destiny before you, but the details are far from clear. In fact, everything about you that I can see is odd.
Odd.
Slightly off, as if my eyes are trying to trick me. Something is very dark about you.
Dark.
But, I'm sure you don't need to hear my ruminations. You've probably got enough nosy Jedi offering you one opinion after another to make you sick.
No. You need to tell me more what you saw. What did you see?
Your future will come of its own accord, trust me. Sometimes navel gazing at it doesn't get you anywhere. I wouldn't worry about it too much if I were you. You remind me a bit of Nomi.
Nomi?
That can be all bad.
Nomi? Who's Nomi?
Nomi Sunrider. She came late to the Force, just as you have, and became one of the greatest Jedi ever. Oh, fine lass. Whether you'll follow the same path remains to be seen. For one thing, we'll never get anywhere if you stand around chatting up old men all day.
So, Are so you're along for the ride because so you're some kind to be some kind of observer?
Nonsense. If I ever refuse to help you when you ask, how confused can one person be anyway?
You tell me.
One thing I will say is that this little escapade does remind me a bit of my adventuring days before the war. Those were exciting times. Or at least it would remind me of those times if we didn't stand around. What's keeping you? You're too young to be so talkative. Shoo! Shoo!
I have you know I happen to be 20. Thank you very much. Now I really am curious about what he saw, but I guess I'm going to have to take his words of advice for now.
Got something on your mind?
Do you have a healing kit for me?
How many could you possibly need? And besides, I don't have enough supplies on me to put some more together. Ask me later when you're actually in need and I'm less tired. I'm not a kit factory, you know.
Alright. Alright. Let's go see if we can. Let's see if we can get some things done. So, Candace, Johnny, let's get going. Alright, Johnny, let's get you level up. Alright, mission. Let's see if we can go check up on your brother. He doesn't seem to be here yet. Yeah. Oh boy.
I don't like the sound of this.
Me neither. Seriously? What kind of mistake? You mean he's gone? I think it would have been good on his. I need to go after him. Yeah.
Damn it, Grip. Won't you ever learn? How can my own flesh and blood be so stupid?
Damn it. Hey, mission.
Hey there.
I want to talk to you about your brother. I just want you to know.
I want to thank you for helping me with Grip. You did everything you could for my brother, more than most people would have. I know it might look like it didn't make any difference in the end. Grip's in debt and on the run like usual. But at least I know we tried to help him.
Just feel like we could have done more. But you can't give up on him, Mission. He could still change. He may even turn up and may have turned over a new leaf, just like you said.
I know people can change no matter how bad they were, but I'm not holding my breath. None of us is perfect, but I've come to realize that Grip is a little less perfect than most. My brother is what he is, but I've learned to deal with that. I'll never forget that he looked after me when I was just a kid, but I don't feel like I owe him anything anymore.
So, are you okay with that?
I've made my peace with Griff and what he means to me. If he ever shows up again, I'll deal with him. But I'm not going to dwell on my brother anymore. It's time to move forward.
I agreed.
So, is there anything else you need?
Nothing, Mission. I'm just glad that you come to understanding that most people would change, might not change. But I also am pleased to know that you ain't going to give up on him. Nothing right now, Mission. Now let's go back to the Ebon Hog.
Okay, have it your way.
Alright.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan?
I was wondering if we could talk.
What is it you would like to speak to me about?
Nothing right now. Perhaps later.
Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
Let's go to the cantina where I got scored to settle with that pompous ass that's in the cantina that's been causing the alien Passog player that's from the lounge hunter lounge problems before we go anywhere. Alright, let's get going. Hello, Fruko. I'm ready for a rematch.
Ah, you're back. Hope I didn't scare you off with that loss. A hard blow, but that's the nature of the cards.
Scared?
I don't
Nah.
want to say that your single win.
I just didn't have enough credits at the time to go for another round. I'll play. What's the wager?
You have some rudimentary skills. I think I'll use my second best deck this time. I'm in up the stakes. 200 credits will be the wager. I trust you will have the money on hand.
Last time I didn't, but this time I do. So let's have it.
You won't be so eager in a moment, I promise you.
Let's just get this over with, mate. Alright. Alright, I better not get overconfident like last time. Alright, I better save my hand here. I'll let that through. I'll stand. I'll stand again. Down near our last card. None in this case. Alright. Better be careful though. I'll play my last card. Booyah!
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? Yeah, it's only fair, after all. You have won against me twice, but I still think I can teach you a thing or two.
Alright. I'll play.
You have proven quite the opponent, but I think the time has come to end this. You will not win again. I usually only use this deck at tournaments, but I think you're worthy of it. Shall we say 500 credits on the outcome?
It's interesting. Bring it on.
Yes, well then, 500 credits on the line. Here we go.
Let's lay down. If you want, I'll even wager up from 500 to 1,000 for shits and giggles. Alright. I can make a wooden sign on this. Wasn't expecting a tie there. Yeah, boy, I'll let that through. No, I'm going ahead and put an end to that one. Alright. A tie? You really even trying to make a mess. Alright. Very well. I'll go and let this through. Play my final card. Alright! In your face, asshole!
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? However, you'll understand if we don't have any wagers. I respect your ability too much to insult you by betting on you losing.
Nothing right now. Thanks for the game. I earned my money.
Stop by any time. I'd like to visit my money.
Money. I think you're misinformed. It's me who's going to be visiting my money. Now I've earned my respect against this guy. I'm going to be having another game of Basag. Alright. Speaking of money, things got improvement drastically. Alright, let's head back to the Hunter Lounge for that game Basag from that alien. And I can't wait to see the look on his face when he says that the guy that he couldn't beat has lost against yours truly. Alright, Joey, let's move on. So I call Mad, and that Monami over there has moved on. And as for the piggies, well, you folks know what became of their fate. So now it's just Kudus and Lasvar. Let's have a game, and you'll be interested to know that I beat your rival. I would as well. Alright. I'm going to have to go and let that through. Alrighty. Damn it. Okay, I'll let that through. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, it's only fair. I'm going to have to go now, Monami. We're back for another rematch. Alright, ladies, let's head back to the Ebon Hawk and plan our next course. Now, I've been thinking about long and hard and long, and as much as I wanted to immediately want to go check on what exactly the trouble Dusto has gotten himself into, Carv's son, we're going to have to proceed in schedule. And I know what you're going to say, folks. Hescano spy, you can't lead Dusto to his fate to the Sith? I'm not going to leave the boy to his. We are going to be going to Korriban after our visit with Manon, and I promise you guys that I will do what I can for the boy. All right. So let's head back to the Ebon Hawk. And in that data pad, that Twi'lek, before we went to Kashyyyk, is very suspicious, and there is a probability that it could be a trap, and that this person could be Wayne, even for me. But if I'm going to figure out what it is truly, I'm going to need to attend to going on this mean alone.
Yeah, what do you want?
Nothing right now, Candace.
Your choice. I'm here if you want something done right.
Alrighty. Visor off. Oh, Jolie.
Got something on your mind?
You mentioned something about your adventuring days in our last talk.
Did I say that? Strange the tricks memory plays on you when you get older.
So you weren't an adventurer?
Didn't Didn't I say that my past was my affair? You don't see me poking and prodding you with questions, do you?
But you've already said so much. It's just I'm curious exactly what kind of ventures that you have gone through in your younger days.
I'm not here to satisfy your curiosity. No staring at the old man. That's what the sign says, damn it. Besides, you don't really want to hear about me. We're talking ancient history. Probably before you were born. History bores kids. Proven fact.
I'm not here for facts. I'm here what exactly you... Dude. Well, there are old people that I know around these here parts love to talk about history. That's proven fact.
Oh, fine, fine. Have it your way. Just don't cry about it later. Yes, I was an adventurer. Happy now? I wasn't even done with my Jedi training back then. I had a full head of hair and an eagerness to see absolutely everything. Sound familiar? The council was never happy with willful, brash Jolie Bindo, you see. Even less so when I began my smuggling career.
Smuggling? You were a smuggler?
Don't look at me like that, damn it. I wasn't always the wrinkled coot I am now, you know. I can still fight, too. So wipe off that smirk I see there. At the time, the Yukata system was interdicted by its own king. He preferred to keep his people
Never imagined him to be a smuggler.
all the better to oppress them. The Senate was trying to negotiate a peace, but they were getting nowhere as usual. I decided I wasn't going to wait. I found myself a ship and a partner, and we began smuggling food and supplies to the Yukata citizenry through the blockade.
So, was it very dangerous?
Oh, it was. I was a half-decent pilot in those days, and with the Force guiding me, we made it through some tough spots nobody else would have.
You're a pirate? My god, you were a pilot too?
Pilot, smuggler, several other things too. Or did you suppose I was always a crotchety hermit?
It's just that, where exactly did you get the credits for all those supplies?
Well, we didn't buy all the equipment per se.
So you
Some
stole
were happy
them?
to donate goods. Some we just knew had more than they could use.
So you stole it?
Stole is such a harsh word. They would have donated those goods readily enough if they were compassionate. I considered it a tax on the greedy. We only got caught once. A lone Yukatish frigate shot us down and forced a crash landing. I thought the Force had abandoned me, as I remember.
Really? Huh. What happened then?
Well, as it happens, getting shot down turned out to be very fortunate. That day was the day
That was the day you... what?
well, that was the day I met my wife.
Oh. You're... Oh. I'm sorry.
It's all right. When you're digging through the trash, you shouldn't be surprised when you encounter something unpleasant. If it's all the same to you, I prefer to stop talking now. My mouth is starting to draw flies.
Alright. I apologize, Jolie. I've got something that I need to get from the store. Alright, Jolie, this time you're going to be coming with me. And now, Candace, you and I will be... one.
Excuse me, have you seen a mechanic about? Short fellow, bald. I've been looking.
Well, I'll be a Wookiee's uncle. Davin Coulters.
Davin.
Jolie? Jolie Pinto? Why, you old freak. Last time I saw you, you were still wandering the galaxy in that old tug. I thought you were dead, old man.
I crashed somewhere and decided to stay.
Yeah. I'll just bet. Damn, old man. You look exactly the same as the last time I saw you. You pickle well.
You're too kind. Not the young lad anymore yourself, I see.
Can you care to introduce me to your friend here, Jolie, so we could get the proper deductions?
What are you, deaf? His name's Davin. Old friend from my Wanderer days.
Your adventure,
By the
you
by,
mean?
Davin, I really should be running off.
Of course, old man. Oh, wait. If you've been traveling in this sector, I suppose you heard about Sunry?
Who's that?
No, why? What's there to hear?
He's been picked up by the Selkath authorities on Manan for murder.
That's preposterous.
I know. Melora is beside herself, as you can imagine. Maybe you could help them. I'm sure Sunray would appreciate a Jedi's assistance right about now.
Perhaps I will at that. It's up to my friend here, actually. I'm just tagging along.
We're actually planning our next stop, of course, to Manon anyway. We'll check into it when we're on Manon next.
I'd appreciate that. Sunry's an old friend. I'd hate to see him hurt.
Same here. Well, it was good to see you again. Give my regards to Alora if you see her.
I will. Be safe, old friend.
Alrighty. That was quite an interesting development. If you know the man Sunry and known him to be anything but murderer, sounds like he's been framed. Well, don't worry, Jolie. As soon as we're on a Manon, we'll get things straightened out with your friend Sunry. I am anxious and curious to hear about this man. Alright, I forgot to be buying something here. Yes, I want to buy something. What do you have available for purchase? Just the same old? Okay then. Windows breath mask. There should be enough shields that will last us a couple of days. Alrighty. Or maybe we'll get some better supplies on Manon if there is such to buy there. Alrighty. Looks like I have more reason to go there besides the star map and the fact of going to the main point. When we have the opportunity in there, Jolie, I promise we will do what we can for your friend Sunry. Although I am curious to how he got stuck with murder to begin with. But if you know him not to be anything but anything but murder, and you believe him to be a good man and not never done any murdering things, sounds like he's been framed. Now, I have a few ideas who could possibly behind that theft, but we'll learn everything what we need to know as soon as we get away, going away to Manon. Alright, Julie.
Got something on your mind?
I do actually. Tell me about Sunray. How do you know him?
What? You think because I'm a hermit I've always been a hermit? Just because I haven't seen Sunray for 20 years doesn't mean he's not a friend.
I haven't said
I
anything.
could have changed a lot in that span of time, though. To become a murderer, no. I can't see it. That's not the Sunray I know. He was a good man. Put me up in his home for a year back after I left the Order. War hero, too.
He's a war hero?
Here. I wouldn't mind helping the fellow if we can. I owe it to him. Or you can be a young monkey lizard and ignore me, I guess. I don't expect much these days.
Joey will do what we can to help Sunray as soon as we can when we're at Manon.
Got something on your mind?
Yeah. You mentioned something about your wife before.
I don't want to talk about that.
Look, I don't mean to pry, but it would feel better if you talk it to someone who's a friend.
Yes, you do. You may mean well enough, but my private affairs are just that, private. Let me tell you something. Once you've lived as many years as I have, you'll have yourself a long, long list of memories. If you're lucky,
Yeah.
most of them will be good. If you're not, some will be bad. If you're really unlucky, some will be so bad you'll never want to be reminded of them again, ever. You'll go far away to a place that doesn't hold any memories at all. And there you'll be happy just to forget and be forgotten.
Wait. Is that why you went to Kashyyyk?
Partly, maybe. I doubt I could ever explain it to you fully, even if I wanted to.
Even
Let
if
me
you
ask
wanted
this.
you to.
Have you ever been in love? Truly in love, I mean, and not simple infatuation.
Well,
Exactly. You're still at the beginning of your life. There will be women in your life, perhaps many women. But if you're fortunate, you'll find love once. The Jedi, with their damnable sense of over-caution, would tell you love is something to avoid. Thankfully, anyone who's even partially alive knows that's not true.
but you know that's not true. Well, that's what I've always thought about.
Love doesn't lead to the dark side. Passion can lead to rage and fear, and can be controlled. But passion is not the same thing as love. Controlling your passions while being in love, that's what they should teach you to beware. But love itself will save you, not condemn you. Listen to me go on as if I had all the answers. What do I know of love anymore? I'm just a lonely old man who's not even a Jedi.
That's not true. I've seen your abilities and your skills in battle, Jolie. You are a Jedi, whether or not you are, that you have been to the light or dark. And sound like love is something. It's just that you're not even a Jedi. You mean you're not anymore, right?
Nope, never was. Technically, I never rose above the rank of Padawan for various reasons. Does that
You
surprise
never rose from rank? It's just that you seem to have all the abilities of a Jedi.
In my case, becoming a Jedi would have been a formality. I doubt the Order and I would have gotten along well, considering my opinions on things such as love. Love causes pain, certainly. Inevitably, love is going to lead to as much sorrow and regret as it does joy. I suppose there are perfect, eternal loves out there, but I haven't seen any. And how do you deal with the bad part of love is what determines your character. What determines the dark side's hold over you.
So what you're saying is you don't think love can work?
I suppose it could. It would take a strong person to make that kind of commitment, I think. Someone with a great sense of self. I'll tell you one thing. Sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you and the one you love simply aren't meant to be together. The trick is to know when that is. To know when it's time to fight and when it's time to part ways.
Yeah.
There I go, waxing philosophical again. Somebody blast me already. Let's get going before I start talking in riddles, damn it.
Alright then, Joey. But I think there's more to what you want to know about love. And it sounds like there's an interesting story behind it. That planet? An ocean? Interesting. Alright, I think it's high time we check this planet out. Alright, force vision. Give me the sign of a star map or something. Alright, okay, give me something. Huh. What? That can't be right. That can't be where the star map is. It looks like where it is at on the planet Manon, it's like it's underwater. How can I possibly activate such an... How can I... figure a way how to reach it if whenever I've learned what I need to know in Manon?
You felt it, yes? Another vision? The Force continues to work through us, showing us the star maps unearthed by Reverend Malak. It is strange that anyone would have built a star map here. The entire surface of Manon is covered by nothing but vast oceans.
I agree. And it looks like, from what I pictured about the star map, it looked like it was underwater.
The ocean floor is vast, and much of it is uncharted, even by the native Selkath. But how could Revan and Malak have found their way down?
I don't
No
know.
doubt things will become more clear once we discover the star map's location.
Agreed. I'll figure all that stuff out while we're on Manon and getting to know its culture, especially the Selkath. We've heard that language from the Selkath back at Tatooine from that Agent Droid. Alright, Joey, it's time to pick up where we left off. Why did you leave the Jedi if you never achieved the rank of Padawan?
Who said I left the Jedi?
You did? You said you weren't a Jedi any longer?
Well, technically, I was only a Padawan. Not that that makes a difference to most, but as for the Order itself, no, I never left it. It left me.
It abandoned you? What do you mean it left you?
You know what I hate? Well, lots of things really, but I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice.
Let me agree. Alright, let me guess. Pop question then? You disagree?
Damn right I disagree. The Jedi are just as capable of injustice as anyone else. They may try harder, sure, but sometimes they get it wrong. And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility, but it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong.
I don't get it. What is it you're trying to say? What do you mean?
I suppose I'm not being very clear, am I? Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll try to explain. I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew. Hortath, I think. Or was it Hortoth? I can never get it straight.
Go on. I'll listen.
Where was I then? Oh yes, Master Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment. Some used to counsel him in the urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you, but he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on, the other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man.
I don't get it. Is there anything?
I'm not finished yet. Now shush. So, one day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally. He asks if Master Hortath is sure, and of course Master Hortath says that he is. The Padawan suggests that perhaps he should have asked someone else, but the proud Hortath now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever. It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway, though whether that was out of respect for Hortath or because the boy went on to something else, we'll never know.
Wait a minute. What does the Padawan leaving the Jedi have to do with the Jedi leaving you exactly?
Not much. I never knew the Padawan nor met Master Hortath himself. He was before my time.
Jolie, I don't understand.
The tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me.
I asked, didn't I?
Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run.
Alright then. We'll continue our conversation later. Right now, let's get to know the planet Manon and its species. I mentioned there will be fish people on this planet. Alright, let's go. Garth, HK, let's go. Let's get you guys to level up now. better save this. Alright. What the? Sith soldier here?
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you through the
He would?
And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
Bastard. Don't let him get into your head, Republic soldier.
Yeah, what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
It is alright.
No, really, I should apologize. I should try to control myself, as you Jedi do. Is there anything I can help you with?
I don't get it. Why did the Sith upset you so much?
Well, these damn Sith are everywhere on Manon, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law? How is punching a Sith is go against the law?
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we
Seriously?
just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe Kolto export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
What is the Kolto?
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry, but everyone knows what Kolto is. It's the most powerful healing agent in the galaxy. I would have died several times myself if we didn't have this stuff handy. But the reason it's important here is that Kolto is only found naturally on Manon, and all of our attempts to synthesize it have failed miserably. So, we sit here on the surface, the Selkath harvesting what Kolto bubbles up from the bottom of the ocean, and we buy it from them. Well, us and the Sith, of course. The Selkath don't want to play favorites.
So the Republic and the Sith on Manon both stay here?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well,
Unfortunately,
that,
I
they
think the
threaten to
Sith's going to take
destroy the only
advantage of
natural
this,
source Kolto on
and
the planet if
obviously...
anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want.
I agree.
They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
If there has been many Sith on the Manon, it's obvious that they're going to abuse the law without having to go against the law. But have you seen an ancient star map here on Manon? It's why I'm here to search for it here on the planet.
Star map? Like an ancient artifact or something?
Yes.
No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Alright. Tell me about why exactly are the Sith on Manon?
Well, for the Kolto, of course. Really, that's the only reason anyone would want to be here. It's the only reason the Selkath built Ahto City in the first place. To explore Kolto.
I don't get it though. Why haven't the Selkath joined the Republic if they're going to want to remain neutral?
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling Kolto to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Nothing right now. Have you seen the star map again?
Star map? Like an ancient artifact or something? No, I'm sorry, I've never heard of it. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Tell me about the Auto City. What do you know about it?
It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here.
I have
Inhabited
noticed on the
natively by a
galaxy map,
species of
yes.
fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders and as a base of operations to export Kolto, which is the only real thing we have to trade here.
Very well then. But the Republics and the Civ both stay here.
The Selkath think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling, well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of Kolto on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require?
Nothing right now, soldier. Thanks for answering the questions. I must go now.
Of course. If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic Enclave near the visitor residences.
I think I
If you don't know
will.
where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that?
Got
Have
it.
a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Thank you, Republic soldier. So the Selkath wanted to remain neutral by having the Sith and the Republic stay here, and they don't want to become part of a war. But unfortunately, that never ends well, especially if the Sith is going to try to take advantage of the situation and plan something to get behind the Selkath's backs, which is obvious by now. So this is Selkath, what it looks like. Yep, the same language from the Agent Droid that it was trying to learn, trying to say back at Tatooine. So you sell provisions. I want you to tell me about the Auto City. Is that so? Then tell me about Manon. What do you know about your planet? For encounter menu, huh? Nothing right now. I will see an inventory later. And good day to you too, Selkath. Alright folks, this has gone a spy. The spy sign off. We'll be right back after these messages.